Chapter 8. We continue as we see Yuasan on top of Akari. Akari sees this and starts sweating as she wonders, where is she? Why is she being stripped? Why is this girl in front of me? What's going on? As Akari thinks about all of this, Yuasan tells her to not move a muscle in a seductive voice. Akari stutters and tells Yuasan that they can't do this. She has her heart set on someone else. Yuasan doesn't listen to her and puts her hand on Akari's neck. This makes Akari make some weird noises. Yuasan looks awkward as she shows a piece of cloth and tells Akari that she's just wiping her sweat. Hearing this confuses her. Yuasan asks her if she doesn't recall what happened. She collapsed from heat stroke. Yuasan introduces herself and tells Akari that her dad runs the cafe downstairs, and this is her room. Hearing this jogs Akari's memory. She blushes and apologizes to Yuasan as she remembers it now. Yuasan smiles and tells her to let her wipe her back as well. Akari agrees and turns around after removing her dress. Yuasan starts to quiver as she tries not to laugh while thinking that Akari's so cute. She thought that she was making a move on her. Yuasan wants to tease Akari so bad. Yuasan asks Akari if she knows Motomu as he called her Akari-chan before. She replies and says that senpai and she know each other. Hearing the word senpai surprises Yuasan. She asks Akari if she's his cowhai. Suddenly Yuasan looks at Akari with suspicion and tells her that this is weird though. Motomu is a first year, so if he had a cowhai, she'd have to be from his hometown. And Akari doesn't seem to be so close that she'd just stop by on a whim. Hearing this makes Akari start sweating. She immediately uses her brother as an excuse. She tells Yuasan that senpai and her brother are close friends who went to the same high school and university. Hearing this makes Yuasan realize that Akari might be Subaru's little sister. Seeing that Yuasan knows Akari's brother surprises her. Yuasan tells Akari that she does know Subaru as he comes here all the time to hang out. She thinks that Akari came here because it's summer vacation and she wants to see her brother. Akari laughs and goes along with this reason and agrees with Yuasan. Yuasan gives Akari some water as she tells her that she never knew Motomu had such a cute kohai. He never said anything about her. Akari replies and says that makes sense. They hadn't really interacted much. Hearing this surprises Yuasan. She asks what brought Akari here today then. Suddenly, Yuasan realizes something and says, "No, wait, just now you said hadn't. Does that mean that things are different right now?" As she says this, she gets pushy with Akari to get an answer. Akari can't handle this and panics as she thinks that Yuasan is so inquisitive. She's gonna end up asking about every little detail. Akari tries to change the topic and asks Yuasan what about her. Is she so curious about her relationship with senpai because she likes him? Before she could say this, Yuasan smirks. She winks and says, "Of course I love him. He's even proposed to me." Hearing this shocks Akari. As her eyes go pitch black, the dream of her marrying her senpai shatters immediately. Yuasan suddenly starts laughing and tells her that this was when they were kids though. They're cousins. Hearing that they are cousins shocks Akari. Yuasan tells her that Motomu is like a cute brother to her. Hearing this relieves Akari. She cries tears of joy as she says thank God. Seeing her reaction makes Yuasan grin. She smiles and says, "What's this? You're so easy to read with how suddenly you relaxed." Hearing this makes Akari think that Yuasan figured her out. Yuasan smirks and says that Motomu has such a cutie after him, or maybe they're already going out. Hearing this makes Akari panic, and she says that it's not like that yet. Yuasan teases Akari more by saying, "Yet, huh? Doesn't sound like you're ready to confess either." Hearing this lands a critical hit to Akari. Yuasan gets creepy as she wiggles her hand and gets close to Akari while she asks, "So, what do you like about Motomu?" "Never mind that. Tell me about yourself, Akari-chan. You've got a great figure. What's your 3 sizes?" Akari gets weirded out as she backs away and asks Yuasan, what is she doing? Now we see the MC asking Yuasan if Akari is better now. She replies and says that Akari is pretty much fine now. As Yuasan opens the door, the MC says, "Thanks to Yuasan for looking after her." As the door opens, he sees Akari looking dried up and dead. Seeing this shocks him as he screams, "She's desiccated!" As Akari musters all her strength, she waves and smiles at the MC. The MC screams and asks Yuasan, what did she do? She smiles and says that she just asked Akari a few questions. He tells her that it looks more like she wrung Akari out in an interrogation. Now we see the MC carrying Akari as they head out. Yuasan asks him if he's sure that she shouldn't call him a taxi. As he carries Akari, he tells Yuasan that he's sure. Akari said she gets carsick, and it's not that far, so he can carry her. As he's saying this, we see Akari trying to contain her grin as she thinks that she really just wanted him to spoil her. Suddenly, Yuasan asks him if Subaru lives nearby. Hearing this scares Akari and the MC. They panic and say that Subaru's place indeed is really close. Yuasan tells them to take care and starts making weird hand movements as she tells Akari that they should talk again sometime. Seeing Yuasan like this makes the MC say that Yuasan's really taken a shine to Akari. As they walk home, we see Akari looking worried as she apologizes to the MC for today. He asks, what is she apologizing for? She did nothing wrong. She replies and says that's not true. She showed up to his workplace and suddenly collapsed, causing trouble for everyone. He laughs and says that it's almost like she wants him to scold her. She screams and tells him why is he so nice to her. He shouldn't hold back and bottle it up. She's just collateral for a debt. Hearing her say this makes him say, you said that before too. Do I really seem like I'm holding back? She tells him that when he's talking with Yuasan or with her brother, he can be pretty sharp with them. He's not holding back, or he's very open and close with them. He thinks about those two and says that when it comes to those two, he's not really considerate of their feelings. Akari continues and says that he said he didn't mind living together, but she can't help but wonder if he's not just being nice and actually being put out. Maybe he has someone he likes at work, and she's just getting in the way. He asks her, is that the reason why she came today? Hearing this shocks her. She apologizes and tells him that she didn't want to get in the way, so she didn't plan to go inside. But her mind went blank, and before she knew it, she had collapsed. He replies and says, so you stood there, worrying under the blazing sun, until it turned into heat stroke. I didn't know I was worrying you so much. He continues and tells her that just because he doesn't speak harshly to her, doesn't mean he's putting up a wall between them. He doesn't treat everyone the exact same. This reminds him of a time at a summer camp, when a girl he'd just met gave him a compliment. Hearing this makes her twitch. He remembers the past when he got complimented. Hearing this makes Akari blush. He tells her that he may not have a ton of friends right now, but he wants to face each and every one of them earnestly. That girl told him that she wanted to be like him. That was the first time he'd even had any influence on someone. He was really surprised and happy. Hearing this makes Akari cry tears of joy. With a smile, he tells her that the girl saying that to him gave him courage too. He thinks they helped each other to grow, and he thought, oh, that's the power of human relationships. As she cries, she says, that's right. The streetlights turn on as he continues and says that he's certainly very open with Subaru and Yuasan, but the way he treats Subaru and the way he treats Yuasan is not the same. As he learns more about Akari, and as she learns more about him, the way I am when I'm with Akari-chan will manifest itself. Hearing this brings joy on her face. She suddenly hugs him with tears in her eyes. She tells him that she wants to know more about him, and she wants him to know her. And then someday, she'll tell him what she's been hiding. He smiles as she says this. She suddenly starts getting smug, as she tells him that the girl he met in the past, she bets that she really liked him. Hearing this makes him say, I wonder. She tells him that he's forgotten her name now, but he really is thankful for her. He hopes that he can see her again someday. Hearing this makes Akari grin like an idiot. She whispers in his ear that the girl might confess to him when he meets her again. Getting whispered in his ear makes him jump. She suddenly kisses him on the cheek. The MC looks shocked as he wonders what happened just now. His heart starts thumping real loud and fast. Akari realizes what she just did and starts blushing as she thinks that her love for him was overflowing and she just kissed him. Akari apologizes and tells him that she was getting a little too playful and lost her balance. As she blushes, she wonders how many more times she can use that excuse to sneak a kiss. As she's thinking this, the MC tells her that someone's standing in front of the apartment. They see that it's Subaru. Subaru looks worried as he asks Akari if she's okay. He was so worried after Motomu told him that she collapsed. Akari tells him that she's fine, but worries that if he's here, that must mean the debt is over. The MC looks surprised as Subaru is already back in Japan. Subaru comes clean and tells the MC that the truth is that the thing about him being overseas was a lie. Hearing this confuses the MC while Akari is shocked. Subaru tells him that he's here to repay his debt. And this is how this chapter ends. Hope you all enjoyed. Please like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment. Thank you,